And so caught. It's good. D. Anderson and the Showboats have won it in overtime. Going to hand this off up the middle for Marable. He's going to fumble. Ball's loose. And St. Louis picks it up. That will do it. The Battlehawks defense makes a play late. Game on the line. Looking to throw. Has time. End zone. Incomplete. It's incomplete. The Stallions hang on to win. For overtime. DeLeo to throw. Pass. Caught by Roland. Needs some help. Not gonna get it. He stopped a yard short. Houston will pull off the upset. Looking to throw. Has time. Deep. Right side. Overthrown. Picked off. It's intercepted by Keenan Isaac. He's gonna need it right there. If they hand this off right side for Roland, they convert the 10-5. Chris Roland. I should shut up. Chris Roland touchdown. That's the dagger. Knicks toss left side and there's room. Has past the 30, past the 40, past the 20, 15, 10, 5. RJ Harvey. There we go. One play. Just need one play out of you. Gonna play action and look to throw. Mariota, sometime. Pass. Intercepted. It's picked off. Yes. Yes. One play was all they needed. Jack Jones. Williams, play action. Rolling left, looking to throw. Has time. Pass. End zone intercepted. It's Keyshawn Nixon calling game. Darnold to throw. Has time. Pass. Wide open. Over the middle. The Seattle Seahawks do it. Play action looking to throw. Williams has some time. Pass deep. Over the middle. Has a man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown Chicago. They win in overtime. Snap good. Hold good. Kick up. And he missed it. Wide right. The Steelers will host Houston on Monday night. Williams in shotgun. Back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. 4th and 4. Trip to Seattle on the line. Man in motion. Williams looking to throw. Pressure coming. Rolling left. Trying to buy some time. Back near the 40. Pass left side. Williams is caught. Touchdown Chicago. Cole Kmet. Somehow the magic remains. What? May looking to throw in 3rd and 6. Rolling left. Gonna take it himself. And that will do it. A first down carry. It's a gain of 7. And the Patriots have booked their ticket to Santa Clara. Zeros on the clock. The Seattle Seahawks, for the first time since 2014, are your NFC champion. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Week 3 continues. The home opener for the DC Defenders. The starting quarterback for Houston today, Tualia Tagovailoa. This should be interesting. Coming off of what was a damn near perfect game last night between Orlando and Louisville. It was perfect through 99% of it. And then the ending happened. We'll get into that in a little bit. When we get a little bit deeper into this one, I'll go into more details on that and my thoughts on it. But home opener for DC. I'm really excited for this one. I'm expecting DC to show up for this game. Their fan base is typically great. Champions last year. I'm hoping for a good showing from this DC fan base. I'm expecting a good one, but again, time will tell. But welcome on in. Kickoff is moments away. Honestly, since we're through, it's week 3 was off to such a good start, and then the weird overtime rule and all of that. To start things off, I am a fan of the shootout overtime that we've seen from the UFL, and I do like that in concept. The whole 2 penalties from the defense thing is so close to just being fine, but the way it was handled last night was terrible, and I don't think it should be handled like that. I'm expecting a rule change to happen at least by the start of next year. I'm hoping sooner than that. But yeah, that was a bad ending to what was a fantastic game between the Storm and Kings last night. Hopefully that type of ending doesn't happen again, but hopefully we do still get another great game, even if it is overtime. Hopefully there's no penalties involved and the refs don't really decide the game. Yeah, kickoff is moments away. The easy fix for it is make it so it needs to be on the same conversion attempt. Like that's the easy fix. But we'll see how the league handles it. We'll see. Kickoff moments away here from DC. Both teams had solid wins last week. See how they were able to build off of it into this one. I'm also curious. I doubt DC was able to paint the field the same way St. Louis and Columbus have been able to. Okay, and that home sideline is filled up well. The standing room section, which is where a lot of the energy has come from this stadium in the past few years, not quite what we like to see, but that could fill up over the course of the first quarter. I expect it to, mainly because of the beer snake, which has kind of become a pseudo mascot for DC. I'm pretty sure even like their main mascots is a snake now, kind of symbolize it. But we'll see. We will see. Yeah, so Hunter Deckers and Nolan Henderson are out for this game. So is Tualia Tagovailoa getting the start. The backup is Sam Castronova, who's with the CFL. He signed on a Wednesday. And their emergency quarterback is Dontre Kirkland, one of their receivers. So this is going to be an interesting one for Houston. Don't have a lot of expectations for it. But we shall see. We shall see. Good old noon action on Saturday. I am excited to see Tualia get the start and see what he can do in the UFL. But tough break having to go against this DC defense for your first start. It is not an easy defense to go against, especially after the win Houston had. There's kind of a bit of pressure on Tagovailoa for this game, and I admit it's a bit weird to be calling a game with a Tagovailoa starting after the past few years with Miami. Okay. We shall see. We shall see. Again, kickoff moments away. ESPN's dragging this out a bit. I think by now on Fox the game would have kicked off. But yeah. Again, I'm expecting DC to handle this game a bit, but again, I feel like the league needs this game to be a good competitive game that comes down to the wire after how last night finished. Because you need a way to drag people back into this league after the sour taste that last night left. And this game being competitive will do just that. Obviously to an extent won't be the same, but you kind of need this game to be good. Houston will get the ball first in this one, so we will see Tualia Tagovailoa on the field first. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 3. Face out past the 20, past the 25, and going to be brought down around the 30. So Houston's offense will begin from there. And out comes the former Maryland Terrapin, Tualia Tagovailoa. Oh, let's see. Let's see what he got. Let's see what he got. Tagovailoa back in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. First play of the game, a handoff up the middle. Going to be a gain of roughly 2. Not a bad way to start this. That is Jalen White on the carry. All right, they're going somewhat up-tempo, not a traditional huddle-up style. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Quick pass, left side, going to be caught for a receiver screen. That gets a yard, maybe 2. Justin Hall on the grab. So a third and relatively long coming up. Early third down test for this Gamblers offense. Jeez, and this game is even starting like a Dolphins. I think I'm going to mentally just change the uniforms. 3rd and 7. Tagovailoa alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on their own 34. They need the 41-yard line. Looking to throw. Has some time. Pass left side is incomplete. Looking left for Jalen Moreno Cropper. Couldn't hang on. Would not be enough for the first either way. So the Gamblers go 3 and out. That is such a Dolphins first 3 plays. Oh, this is gonna be something. Garyon Conley in coverage there. So Houston will punt. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 25, space out past the 30, and brought down around the 32. First and 10 for DC. We get to see this offense on the field for the first time at Audi Field. First and 10. And out comes Jordan Teamu. Teamu in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Man in motion, left to right. As Teamu going to play action, look to throw. Dump off left side, has some space. Past the 35, past the 40. And down to about the 41 is Kiki QT on the grab. So one play and DC gets a first. This could be a long one. Oh no, okay. Never mind. It is now ruled 2nd and 1. They put him down, marked him at the 40. Teamu in shotgun, back to his right. Going to hand this off left side for Deion Jackson in their space. Up past midfield, the 45 to 40, 35-30. Bring out the red carpet. 2 plays. And Deion Jackson puts the defenders on top with the 60-yard touchdown run. He picks up exactly where he left off against Columbus. And this DC ground game continues to be a threat. That was too easy, man. That was just too easy. Great. That was absolute perfect blocking up front to help with that. Oh, wait. Is Houston challenging this? Are we having a challenge on the first? Yeah, Houston's going to challenge for a potential hold-in on the second play from Skip. Okay, no, they picked up the challenge. Okay. I was going to say, on the second defensive play, you're going to... Okay. That would have been something. Yeah, Deion Jackson. I mean, he had a fantastic showing last week for DC against that Columbus defense, including the 40-yard touchdown run. He goes 60 to the house to get the scoring started, and it feels good that DC is back. Extra point is up and right down the middle. Early 7-point lead for the defenders. And yeah, that was just too easy. Yeah, no, they would have lost that challenge. Good idea to pick it up. But just, it's not only just the blocking up front on that. Cornell Powell, perfect block from the receiver spot. Just all around, it was brilliantly executed. And this DC ground game, man. Oh, this is gonna be a fun game. All right, we await DC to kick this one off. Yeah, that was just too easy. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 1. Base out past the 15, past the 20, and brought down around the 22. Okay, so out comes Tagovailoa once again. I'm really hoping this Houston offense could get a rhythm going here soon because they're going to, 1, need to. And 2, I really do not want to watch the Dolphins play in spring right now. That opening drive for Houston I've seen that opening drive too many times. Tagovailoa alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. First play on the drive. Quick pass, left side is well off the mark and incomplete. Threw it in between 3 receivers. Cam Sutton was the closest receiver there, but there was miscommunication for sure on that play. Okay, so 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off, left side, and there's space. Past the 35 and down to about the 37-ish. All right, solid carry on 2nd down for Marcus Major. It'll be a 3rd and manageable. Again, you're gonna want to find that rhythm here soon. Tualia in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw in 3rd and 4. Pass right side is off the mark and incomplete. Look, Houston looking for a penalty. Nothing there. Back-to-back 3 and outs to start the game for the Gamblers. All right. That's something. Again, this DC defense is really damn good. So I'm not too surprised by this start, but I would like Houston to get something going here soon at the same time. Because if not, DC is going to quite literally run away with this game. Punt comes off clean, going to be returned beginning from the 31, up past the 35, past the 40, brought down near the 44. So DC will start from there, seeing how they can build off of the 60-yard touchdown run in the opening drive. First, a commercial break. 10:47 to play in the first. All right. At commercial break. At commercial break. Back-to-back 3-and-outs for Houston. DC had a 60-yard touchdown run in between. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be one of those type of games. Though at the same time, DC can keep this entertaining if they just run rampant in this one. I will say part of the thing with Houston is this is now the third, like 3 weeks into the season. They've had a different starting quarterback each of the weeks. So that's not great. You could definitely manage with it, but you don't want to try to typically. But yeah, just coming back from commercial break. We'll see what DC can do on their second drive on the banner raising night for them. That does look really clean in that stadium. The DC Defenders UFL Championship banner. Tiami under center, back behind him. Handoff up the middle is Abram Smith, past the 45 to about the 47, so a gain of roughly 4. Solid way to start the drive. Second and 6 coming up. How did they build off of it? Yamu and shotgun back to his left. Play action looking to throw. Pass tipped at the line and incomplete. Trying to glance over to that left side. Gets batted away. 3rd and 6 coming up. Rashard Lawrence with the pass breakup. Able to get a hand on that one. Yeah, that's a heavy SWAT down there. Yeah. Probably, I don't think it would have been completed anyway. There's some tight coverage along that left side, but still. Yamu and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and roughly 6. Yamu looking to throw. Has some time. Pass right side is tipped and incomplete. Looking for Cornell Powell. There is a penalty now, though. Carlton Johnson gets a hand on that one. We'll see what the penalty is. It's illegal contact against Houston. 5 yards, automatic first down. So much for the 3rd down stand. This will put DC past midfield. Thus, they can no longer punt on this. And yeah, I think they're calling it deeper down the field against Quinton Newsome. That's where logically it would look like it. So 1st and 10, Tiamu and shotgun back to his right. Gonna hand this off, going left. Cuts inside and gonna pick up about 4-ish on the carry is Abram Smith. Is gonna set up DC right near that 4-point field goal line, which we know they can hit. Tiamu and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Another handoff left for Abram Smith. Trying to find a lane. Picks up about 1.5 yards or so. They're still in that 4-point field goal range. I'd like to see him hit another one. DC so far is the only team to both attempt and make a 4-point field goal. They did it back in week 1 against St. Louis. That was the opening score to that game. It's also been the only attempted one so far this year. I would like to see it attempted a bit more, but it hasn't really been a proper circumstance for it to be attempted. Tiamu and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and roughly 5. Tiamu looking to throw. Has some time, pass over the middle is incomplete. A little bit too hot for the intended target of Eric Ezukanma. And nearly a diving interception for Eli Walker of Houston. Gonna make it a 4th and 5. Do we see the field goal unit? They're right there on that. Like, it would be a 60-yard kick right now. Out comes Matt McCrane from 60 yards out to make it this an 11-point DC lead. He hit from 60 back in week 1. Can he do it again from the left hash? Kick is up. It's online. It is right down the middle. DC has now hit 2 4-point field goals this year. And they lead by 11. Hell yeah. That's a beauty of a kick as well. Right down the middle from midfield. Absolute beaut. Probably would have been good from 62. And that was without a crow hop on the kick. So he probably has a few more yards into his leg. But that is a hell of a way to get the scoring going still. I do like the 4-point field goals. I gotta say that was a fun rule. So now McCrane's on to send this one down. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 8. Face up past the 20, past the 25. And going to be brought down right around the 28-yard line. But yeah, 4-point field goal. Again, of DC is going to have the most made and attempted this year. I want to see other teams attempt them at some point, though. DC should not be the only team to attempt them. It kind of defeats the purpose of it being a rule in the first place. But again, DC has been the only team to be in a position to attempt them. Get into that 60-yard field goal mark. Tagovailoa play action, looking to throw. Pass right side is incomplete. Off the fingertips of Justin Hall. So 2nd and 10 coming up. I want this Houston offense to be successful today. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Making some adjustments at the line. Shifting the back to his right. 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa gonna hand this off up the middle. And that is going to lose about a yard, maybe 2. It is Marcus Yarns on the carry. And a 3rd and long for Houston coming up. This is going to be a long game for Houston. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Going to look to throw. Rolling right now, buying some time. Still looking. Still buying time. Tagovailoa pass right side is incomplete. 3 straight 3-and-outs to begin the game for the Gamblers. And they will punt this one away. Oh, man. All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 16-yard line. Space up past the 25, past the 30. Has space past the 40, 45, and tripped up around the 47. Kiki QT on the return. And this DC offense, once again, has really good starting field position. But first, a commercial break with 6:06 to play in the first. All right. This very well might be a long one, but okay. At commercial break. All right. Yeah, DC off to a great start. Houston, it's like watching it's like watching last year's Dolphins team for Houston. It's something. But yep, at commercial break. It's been a rough start for Houston. I mean, they need to find a way to build some momentum, even if it is through like a defensive stop of some kind. But down by 11 early, gonna be a tough hill to climb if your offense can't get a first down, no matter what stage of the game you're in. Should be coming back from commercial break here soon. All right, just back from commercial break. They're showing a glimpse into the headsets here of the Houston offensive coordinator and Tualia Tagovailoa. Again, the offense needs to find a rhythm at some point, but first is the defense's turn. Yamu in shotgun back to his right, 3 receiving options to the left. Going to hand this off left side, breaks off 1 tackle in the backfield, but not gonna be able to break off a second. Deion Jackson loses about 5 to begin the drive. All right, the Houston defense stepping up a bit. If they can force a 3 and out themselves, maybe we can see this Houston team build some momentum. Yamu in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion, left to right. Ball on their own 43. Tiamu looking to throw in 2nd and 15. Has some time. Pass right side. Wide open. Gonna be enough for the first. Up past the 40 to the 38. It's Mason Fairchild on the grab. And this DC offense, even with going backwards, is able to just do what they please early on in this game. So Tiamu under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the Houston 39-yard line. Tiamu going to hand this off right side for Deion Jackson and going to lose about a yard. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't say the best plan of action is to simply force them to to force them to pass consistently, because again, this DC this DC offense can pretty much do it all if they need to. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 2nd and 11. Tiamu going to hand this off up the middle. And that's going to be a gain of roughly 4 or so. Xavier and Valaday on the carry. Makes it a 3rd and manageable, but still kind of long. So 3rd and roughly 7. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the Houston 37-yard line. Tiamu, the throw. Pass over the middle is caught for the first. Inside the 25, inside the 20. Still fighting to about the 17. It is Ty Scott on the grab. And DC has made it to the red zone for the first time this game. Yeah, they're just moving the ball effectively. And they're doing things simple as well. They're not getting fancy with anything. Tiamu under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off right side for Valaday, and he's going to lose yards. All right, Houston's run defense has stepped up since the opening drive. That's a loss of roughly 4. But okay, you can push them back on the ground all day, but if you're going to give up 10 plus through the air, it's not going to matter. So Tiamu in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw in 2nd and 13. Pass left side, going to be incomplete. Nearly a good throw from Tiamu. Ty Scott just can't come down with it. Would have been a touchdown. It's now 3rd and 13. But it's there. Like, it's there for Tiamu. Just gotta come down with it. Maybe you want a little more on that pass, but I mean it's placed damn near perfectly. He gotta catch that. He has to catch that. So 3rd and 13. Tiamu looking to throw once again. Pass over the middle. It's intercepted in the end zone. Return past the 10. Past the 15. Trying to flip field along the left side now. We're past the 20. Breaks off some tackles and gets tripped up near the 25. That's the momentum shift Houston needed in this one. Major Burns with the interception. And solid return to get this offense back on the field. Still only down by 11. All right, build off of it. Simple as that now. Build off of it. Your defense came up big. Now can the offense have their back? Simple as that. Because that's I get what Tiamu was seeing there. It's a tiny bit underthrown, maybe. Either way, it just wasn't a good decision in the first place. Like, Burns read that play pretty much the entire way. So Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Quick pass, right side, going to be caught. For the receiver screen, that's going to get about 3. Jontre Kirkland on the grab. Yeah, that's only the, I believe, 2nd completion of the game for this Houston offense. Both of them were screen passes. Tagovailoa in shotgun, going to play action, quick pass right side. Has space for the first, up past the 35 to about the 36 for Jalen Moreno Cropper. No, it's Jontre Kirkland. That looked like a 7 for a second. Jontre Kirkland on the grab. First down pickup of the game for Houston. It's something. Also still kind of early for me. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle for Jalen White, and there's a lane. Gonna get up to roughly, what's that, the 43 or so. One more play is needed at minimum before the end of the first quarter. It's a 2nd and 4 coming up. A gain of 6 on the previous play. 10-second difference between the play and game clock. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Ball on the 42. Looking to throw. Has some time in the pocket. Dancing around, rolling left. Passing left, and it's going to be... that caught along the sideline? I think you're saying incomplete. Couldn't get his feet in bounds. It's Justin Hall, the intended target. Yeah, 3rd and 4 coming up. That'll get us to the end of the first quarter. Let's see this angle. Yeah, that left foot is out of bounds. Okay. So 15 minutes in the books. DC leads by 11. Houston's offense trying to find a rhythm. Have a 3rd and 4 coming up. They have yet to convert on 3rd down today. We'll see if they can change that here. And they're going to need to change that soon nonetheless if they're going to want to come back in this one and make this a competitive game. Like it kind of needs to. But oh well. At commercial break for the end of the first. All right. At commercial break. At commercial break. 15 minutes in the books. We'll see this. We'll see how Houston can continue this drive. Again, I want this Houston offense to find a rhythm to it, just because I want this game to be competitive. It feels like the league needs this game to be competitive to a degree. But man, it's something. It has been something so far. Still at commercial break as we wait for the start of the second quarter. All right, just coming back from commercial break. ESPN giving a look through at all the teams in the league this year. A doubleheader wraps up week 3 tomorrow, beginning with Columbus and Dallas going at it, and wrapping up with game of the week between St. Louis and Birmingham. That's going to be a great one. I'm going to try and make it so those games tomorrow are 2 separate streams, but I also will not. I'm also keeping the plan in place of it being just a doubleheader, 1 long stream. But we'll see how it plays out. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 4, looking to throw. Has time, pass left side's caught, but not going to be enough for the first for Cam Sutton. Forward progress gets him the 45. He needed the 46. So what will Houston decide to do here? Down by 11. What's the decision? They're keeping the offense on the field. 4th and 1. Tagovailoa gonna take it himself right side, but he fumbles. He fumbled. It seems like DC has it now. I don't know how they're gonna rule that return, but oh my. Are you kidding me? He had the lane for the first as well. He just drops the ball, guys. Holy sh. Okay. Well, what are they gonna rule the spot here? That's. Oh, that's just. He just drops the ball. He legit just drops the ball. And even if Houston recovered that, it's gonna be short of the first. Are you kidding me? That. All right, Jordan Teamu takes the field. Is again. Teamu under center, back behind him, play action, looking to throw. Has plenty of time along that right side. Will take it himself past the 30 and going to be brought down right around the 32. Sorry, the 28. They're on the Houston side of the field. So I guess that means they tacked on the return yards as well. So 2nd and 6, Teamu and shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Go into play action and look to throw. Pass left side, gonna be incomplete. Should have been picked off again. Damon Arnett with the pass breakup. Former first-round pick in the NFL. Gonna make it a 3rd and 6 as Teamu was looking left side for Braylon Sanders, a former Miami Dolphin. Looking for that back shoulder throw, but Damon Arnett. Good coverage there. Also, yeah, Braylon Sanders and Jordan Teamu, teammates back at Ole Miss. They have a good connection there. All right, 3rd and 6. Teamu and shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Ball in the Houston 28-yard line. Teamu looking to throw. Pressure coming, rolling right, buying some time. Passing right side, and that is incomplete. A bit too far outside, looking for Kiki QT. So DC goes 3 and out after the turnover on down / fumble that they forced. And out will come Matt McCrane to make this a 14-point lead. I imagine at least. I would be shocked if they go for this. Yeah, out comes Matt McCrane. 46-yard kick from the right hash. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. DC leads by 14. Not bad. At commercial break after the field goal. So at commercial break. At commercial break. This Houston offense needs to get past midfield. That's their next goal. They got a first down. Now you need to get past midfield. But again, you need to go somewhat quick as well. You're down by 14. DC gets the ball to begin the second half. if you don't get an offense moving here soon, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble of this game running away from you. But we'll see at commercial break. At commercial break. This game has had its moments so far. It's just Houston's offense is tough to watch. Much like the Dolphins. I mean, at this point, I'm just calling a Dolphin game for Houston. As we're just coming back from commercial break, DC's crowd is getting again. DC's crowd is fantastic, and that beer snake is growing. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 5. Face out past the 15, past the 20, 25. Breaks off one tackle and gets brought down near the 28. What can this Houston offense do now? As out comes Tagovailoa. They're going to need to score soon, and to some degree. Just plain and simple. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle for Jalen White, and that is about 3 or so on the carry, not much else. So 2nd and roughly 8 or 7 coming up. I mean, I like that they're trying to get the ground game established. That could definitely help them. But they're going to need more. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. Going to pass right side, and that is incomplete. Looking right side for Jalen Moreno Cropper on the RPO is a 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. Has some time, rolling to his left. Gonna take it himself, a penalty marker down. It's enough for the first, as he gets 8 on the scramble. But what is the penalty? It's in the secondary. What is the penalty? Refs are discussing. It's Holden against DC. Gonna tack on 5 to the end of the run. So it's a gain of 13 for Houston. And a 1st down pickup. Okay. Not bad. Again, it's something for this offense. You're finding a rhythm, but the question is just, is it going to be too little too late? Tiamu shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to keep it himself left side. Now passing, going to be caught along the sideline for Justin Hall. Up to about the 42. All right, play action. Nice throw there. Kind of looked like it was an RPO or a read option at first, but okay. And yeah, tomorrow the doubleheader should be an interesting one enough. We'll see. So 1st and 10. Tiamu in shotgun. Not Tiamu. Tagovailoa in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Quick pass right side can be caught for the receiver screen. And it gets about 2. It is Justin Hall on the reception. 2nd and about 8 or so coming up. Now, ruling in the gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Tagovailoa in shotgun. Back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on roughly the 40. Handoff left side. The penalty marker is down. Going to be a gain of about 4 or so. But what is the penalty? It was Marcus Major on the carry. Illegal shift against Houston. Going to push them back some. And replay 2nd down. Okay. The ball now on the DC 45 after the penalty. Tagovailoa in shotgun for 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Pass left side is intercepted. Return up past the 45 to 50. Past the 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. A pick 6 for DC. And this game's getting ugly. Oh my. That was... I don't even think he realized he picked that ball off at first. Garyon Conley with the pick 6. And DC leads by 20. I don't even think Conley realized he picked that ball off at first. That went right to... I need a replay of this. I need a replay of this. Oh, that's a tough break for Houston. That's a tough break. I want the replay of this. They haven't shown it yet. They're going to go for the extra point. I need to see how offline that throw was. Extra point is up, and it is right down the middle. DC leads by 21. All right, here we go. Was looking for Jalen Moreno Cropper. That ball was so... That ball was about 3 yards too far down the field. It looked like Garyon Conley ran the route instead of Cropper. Oh my! Oh jeez, this is tough for Houston. It's a 70-yard pick 6. Oh jeez, this is ugly already. Houston's offense looks nothing compared to what it looked like last week. I would say even his week 1 performance was a bit better. Oh man. 9:43 to play in the half. This game's going to be ugly. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Space out past the 20, 25, past the 30, past the 35, past the 40, and brought down at the 41. Hello. Welcome on in. This game's ugly. But again, with DC, they're one of those teams where they make an ugly game entertaining just because of how good they are. It doesn't mean it's still not a somewhat tough watch, especially when a lot of what I'm seeing from Houston right now reminds me way too much about Miami. Just way too much. I thought I was able to escape that offense. Tagovailoa in shotgun. Now I'm going to go under center, it seems. He's making adjustments at the line. Now in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options to the left. Ball on the 46, their own 46. 9:36 to go in the half. Tagovailoa, play action, looking to throw. Pressure coming, rolling right, buying some time. Looking downfield, going to now take it himself for a gain of about 1 yard, maybe 2. All right, not great start to things. Second and 9 coming up. 9:15 to go in the first half. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Pressure coming, pass left side is caught. Pass midfield to the 46 for Justin Hall. Going to be a 3rd and 2 coming up, but first there is a penalty. It's a rough in the passer against DC. So tack on 15 to the end of that. It's a first down for Houston, and they are finally past the 40-yard line. It's slow progression to a degree for Houston's offense today. It's just they're down by 21, so they kind of need to be exponential with this improvement offensively throughout the game. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left. Gonna be a free play, I believe, for Houston. They got him to jump. Pass right side, gonna be dropped. Wide open along that right side. Couldn't hang on for is Justin Hall on the grab. There is a penalty. Believe it's gonna be offsides against DC. So it's gonna be a 1st and 5 coming up. Yep. So for 1st and 5. Again, just you have a free play and it goes to waste like that. Kind of sucks, but what can you do? Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. Going to hand this off up the middle, and there's a somewhat of a lane. Gets 2 or 3 on the carry for Marcus Yarns. Gonna make it a 2nd and about 2 or 3 as they go hurry up here. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Toss right side for Yarns. Trying to find the lane and unable to do so. Loses about a 1/2 yard. Maybe if he cuts up a bit sooner, he has something, but yeah, not much else going for him. So now a 3rd and short. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. A 3rd and 2. Handoff up the middle, not going to be enough for Marcus Major. Only picks up 1 yard. A 4th and 1 coming up. And the question is going to be, how aggressive does Houston get here, down by 21? It's 4th and 1, and it seems like the offense is staying on the field. I don't hate the decision. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and the second effort will get the first to the 20-yard line. Barely crosses the first down marker there. It's Marcus Major on the carry. Good second effort push. But man, that's 3 straight run plays after the 1st and 5. And they barely get 6 off of that. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. 1st and 10 from the 20, looking to throw. Has some time, pass over the middle is off the market, incomplete. Dontre Kirkland was in the vicinity, but not really sure who he was throwing to there. There's also now a penalty. And they're just tacking shit on. Alright, refs are discussing here briefly. Let me jump into here. Alright, they're picking up the penalty. 2nd and 10 coming up. Are they saying potential roughing the passer was the initial? He does get hit a bit late, but it wasn't with enough force, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that in the NFL, I feel like that's called. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. 2nd and 10 from the DC 20. Tagovailoa gonna hand this off up the middle, and there's space for Jalen White down to the 11. Pickup of 9. Makes it a 3rd and 1. Okay. Hey, it's something. It's something when this Houston offense desperately needs something. Like, desperately needs. So 3rd and 1. Tagovailoa in shotgun. Back to his right. Handoff up the middle. And that loses 3. So now how aggressive do you want to be? It's a 4th and 4. And that just did not work at all. Yeah, this DC front is just too good sometimes to try that on them. Offense on the field, Tagovailoa in shotgun. And now there is a stoppage as DC will call their first timeout. Timeout called with 5:15 to play in the half. And right before this, 4th and 3. All right, add commercial break for the timeout as well. Add commercial break. Yeah, it's been something. This game has again, Houston's offense is doing okay on this drive. Still getting like some luck here and there due to penalties. But I mean, it's better than nothing. It's definitely something you can build off of if the defense can step up a little bit. But at the same time, I'm not blaming this defense for anything that has happened in this game. Aside from the opening touchdown, the defense has done their damnness to make this a competitive game. All right, still at commercial break. All right. We shall see. 5:15 to go in the half. It's a 4th and 3 for Houston. They're going to have time to rethink what they want to do here. All right, just coming back from commercial break. It's 4th and 3. Looks like the offense is staying on the field for Houston. I get the aggressiveness being down by 21, but they don't get this. It puts them even more of a hole. As DC is getting loud, Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Ball on roughly the 14-yard line. Tagovailoa, the throw. Pressure coming, trying to escape and sacked. Back at the 25. He had the dump off on the right side if he got it out quick enough. Instead, it's Derek Roberson on the sack. And it's a turnover on downs for Houston. Oh man. Yeah, if he gets the he tries to escape the pressure, which fair. But he sees that edge rusher. If he just plants and lofts it towards the right, he has his back wide open along the sideline. Yamu handoff left side for Deion Jackson, gonna have space past the 30 and brought down near the 33. That's one of those things where, I get wanting to try and step up, escape pressure, create more of that play, but you have someone wide open. If you see you're hot and you see you got someone open for a first, plant and just get it out. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw in that instance. Just be good enough, and it probably would have been if he just lofts it over Roberson. So 2nd and 1, Tiamu in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off for Deion Jackson once again, and that's going to be a loss of about 3 or 4. Malik Fisher on a tackle for loss. There is a penalty, though. We'll see what this is. It is against Houston. I think it's going to be offsides against Houston. Yeah, offsides. All right, so 1st and 10 after the penalty. Tiamu under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Has some time. Pass deep over the middle. It's going to be caught past midfield to about the 45 for Ty Scott. All right, 1st and 10 coming up for DC. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's stuffed at the line for no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up. Not bad, not bad. Hey, Eugene Asante on the tackle there. Former Miami Dolphin. Good practice. Good preseason player for Miami. 2nd and 10 coming up. So 2nd and 10. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his left. Back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the Houston 45. Tiamu looking to throw. Pass left side. Going to be caught. And getting down around the 38 is Cornell Powell. Makes it a 3rd and roughly 4. All right, 3rd and 4. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Ball in the Houston 39. Play clock winding down. At 3 seconds to get the snap off in time. Tiamu, quick pass left side, going to be caught by Powell. has space to about the 31. Going to be enough for the first, and they can let this clock run to the 2-minute warning if they choose. So 1st and 10, Teamu and shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Winding down towards the 2-minute warning. And they're going to let this clock run. 2 minutes to play in the first half. DC leads by 21. In what has been a nothing short of a dominant showing from this Defenders team for their home opener. 2 minutes until halftime. And since this is DC's home opener, we have a halftime show today. So that'll be something to see how it goes. It'll be the 7th halftime show of the season. And then we have one more next week to round things out. But first, a commercial break. All right. Oh no, they're gonna add 2 seconds back to the clock, saying Houston called a timeout. Sure. Teamu and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 1st and 10. Ball on the Houston 31. 2:02 to play in the half. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Teamu looking to throw. Dump off over the middle is high and incomplete. Looking for Deion Jackson, and now we get to the 2-minute warning, where it will be 2nd and 10 for DC. All right. At commercial break. At commercial break, right? But for the 2-minute warning. Yeah, I mean it's just been something. Like, especially after how last week went, Houston's one of those teams where I really feel like if they could just get consistent, they could be a really good squad. But man, this is not the consistency they want from the offense. So at commercial break. All right, still at commercial break. A minute 57 to play exactly left in his first half. We await the return from commercial break. At commercial break. Should be coming out of it here soon. Yep, there we go. Just coming back from commercial break. What you got, DC? A minute 47 to go. I say that beer snake is starting to grow as well. Like, 7 or so rows deep. He's at the halftime show coming up in about minute 57. Should be an interesting one. Tiamu looking to throw for 2nd and 10. Dump off right side, going to be caught and brought down behind the line for a loss of 2 or 3 there. Deion Jackson on the reception. 3rd and decently long coming up. Yeah, this crowd in DC is great. I love this atmosphere. DC and St. Louis, probably the top 2 in terms of stadium atmospheres. Louisville's getting up there, but again, we'll want to see it consistently. Tiamu looking to throw in 3rd and 12. Has time in the pocket, stepping up, gonna take it himself past the 30, past the 25, and down to about the 24 or so. Not going to be enough for the first. It is a 4th and about 2 coming up. 4th and 3. So Houston called a timeout before the 2-minute warning. Yet they're still just letting the clock run here. We're at 50 seconds and counting. I don't get, like, again, they had bad clock management last week as well. I don't get the decision here to let this run as it has been. Anyway, out comes Matt McCrane, and DC will call their 2nd timeout as the play clock was winding down. They didn't get the clock reset as they wanted. Either way, 42-yard field goal coming up here soon. 35 seconds left in the half when they call the timeout. Others. All right, 35 seconds and a half. Yeah, out comes Matt McCrane. Yeah, this DC team as a whole, man, it's a sight to watch. And then again, the way that the stadium just fills up for them as well. Like it's just beautiful. DC is such a perfect atmosphere for this. And like they established a fan base at just the right time as well in DC. As no, the offense is on the field. They hand this off left side for Ben Bresnahan, the tight end, inside the 5, and DC is in. A touchdown right before the half on some trickery. Initially lined up for the field goal. Instead, it's a 24-yard rushing touchdown for, Brilly Moore, the tight end on the carry. And what a way to end the half. They get some trickery from this DC offense and extend the lead to 27, soon to be 28. That is... I mean, they were initially lined up for the field goal. And then all of us, like, and then they had to burn a timeout because they got screwed a bit by the play clock. That is such a good play design. So Tiamu was under center with tight end and running back behind him. As the extra point is up and good. Brilly Moore steps up and right behind the center after the snap, looking like he's trying to block on the back end. Tiamu brilliantly just like lightly puts that into his chest. In a way to where you literally cannot see him hand the ball off. And he's untouched for 24 yards. That's a diabolically beautiful play design. Like that's why DC is the defending champs. A play design like that. Just diabolically beautiful. I DC, man. They're going to be a tough team to beat. St. Louis got lucky playing them week 1. They're going to be a tough team to beat this year. That is such a beautiful play design. All right, 27 seconds left in the half. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from about the 15. Trying to find space past the 25 and brought down right around there as well. 21 seconds. I mean, how much do they really want to do here offensively before the half? "21 seconds to go in the half." All right, Tagovailoa alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Going to look to throw. Pass over the middle is caught with space. Up past the 35 and somersault into about the 36. It's a gain of 14, or no, it's a gain of about 10, enough to get the first for Lawrence Keys. And they're going hurry up with 14 seconds to play, but despite having 2 timeouts. Tagovailoa looking to throw in 1st and 10, roll in right, pass in right, going to be caught. Just past midfield, and did he get down quick enough? Justin Hall on the grab, and they're going to send this to halftime. He did not get down quick enough for them to get a timeout off, which again, you have 2 timeouts. If you want to get points before the half, why not call them with 14 seconds left, and then you can call one there. Just, again, bad timeout management by Houston once again. DC will get ball to begin the second half. They lead by 28 in their home opener. And this game is going to be something, the second half of this. Largest halftime lead in the UFL history. And yeah, it was just pure and utter dominance for them. All right, we got a halftime show. I feel obligated to listen to it, so headset goes on. Oh yeah, there's the Jumbotron showing the OKC expansion coming 2028 for the UFL. I imagine it was going to be a while before we see what the second team in 2028 is going to be, but that's the idea. The idea is that there's going to be 10 teams in 28. I imagine it's Michigan, but who knows with this league. But yeah, at the half. And yeah, the halftime show going to be starting here soon. Are we going to get a commercial break first, or? No, I think we're going right into it. Cool. All right. Yo, what's up? Joining it right at the half. Yeah. To be fair with Birmingham, they weren't going against the 3rd string quarterback of Houston. They were going against pretty much quarterback 1A, 1B. But yeah, this is not looking good for Birmingham. This is something. We're at the half. Yeah, Houston has just been ugly offensively this game. No, doesn't even come close to what they were last week. But yeah, it's been one of those games. The DC is keeping this entertaining as best they can. Yeah, it was the lack of discipline from Birmingham. But again, even with I mentioned it during power rankings as well. Like, yeah, that game was close. Birmingham struggled defensively against Houston for most of that game. That game was close purely because Houston could not find the end zone for a large majority of that game. Like, that's the main reason that game was close. Like, Birmingham legit did not play well against Houston, and then you have Houston show up like this for against DC. Yeah, it's not a good look. It did not look good. But again, I do think Birmingham can still fix things pretty quickly. Yeah, again, having a game one late sucks. The penalties and all that sucks. But that was still a game where even if Birmingham did win it, I wasn't going to feel great about them. But it just so happens that, but the loss makes it feel a bit worse. Like, they probably would have been at 4 instead of 5 on the rankings this week. But still, if they won that, it still was not a great game. But yeah. We're at the half. The second to last halftime show of the season. Birmingham has their home opener next week. Which, actually, I think I just realized. Am I going to miss that home opener? Let's see the timing of games. Yeah, I might be able to squeeze that game in. I'll find out more next, like, as the week progresses. Yeah. Because I would like to be live for the home opener for Birmingham, but if scheduling doesn't permit it, it's gonna be obviously, like, that's gonna be a factor. We'll see. As of now, it's uncertain. That'll be the only game this season I'll be uncertain about for the UFO. I mean, it says 6 p.m. I think it would be good. Yeah. If that starts at all right. I'll know. I'll know definitively by Saturday. If I'll be live with Birmingham, Orlando next week. Oh, that's cool. He's going through the crowd. I don't think that was planned for him to run onto the field like that. uh, hey, he's trying to make it entertaining. It's not been bad. Yeah, we're at the half. DC leads by 28. Yeah. Again, it's just been a pure DC dominant performance so far in this. Don't got a lot to add on to it. Wait, ESPN is it? Yeah, okay. ESPN is cutting off the halftime show early, or at least on the broadcast. Okay, they did that with DJ Khaled as well. For that, it was fair. This they do it. This one, yeah, it's entertaining to a degree. But yep, add halftime, add a commercial break now for the half. Second half on the way here in momentarily. At the half. It's this game's been something, to say the very least. There's not much to add on to that with how this game has gone so far. But all right, we're at the half. Commercial break for halftime. I will quickly be right back. All right. Still at the half. At commercial break. At halftime, DC gets ball to begin the second half. And we'll see how much more ugly they can make this game. At commercial break for halftime. Yeah, I mean, this game is only as entertaining as DC wants it to be. Because they are the team that's just going, that's having no issue whatsoever. Which, fair, they really shouldn't have an issue in this game with how good they are. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see when the second half rolls around. All right, second half underway here soon. Teams are lining up. DC gets the ball. Looking to close out this home opener with a just sheer dominant win. We'll see to what degree they can do it though. Oh, as the Eagles have now made their trade for Dontavian Wicks official. Okay, Green Bay gets a 5th and a 6th, and Wicks gets a 1-year extension. All right, not bad. What is that Philly receiver room looking like now? I know they also recently signed someone this offseason. Yeah, they signed Elijah Moore and Hollywood Brown. So they added 3 receivers to that room. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit crowded, but I mean it could work. I also do really like their Tyreek Woolen signing. Eagles are gonna be an interesting team to keep an eye on next year. I don't know exactly how good they're gonna be, but I think that, I mean, obviously it's the Eagles. They're gonna be competitive. I am just also expecting that NFC East as a whole to be a lot more competitive next year. Hey, Mike Rapoli gonna get interviewed here. Cool. Yep. Again, Mike Rapoli getting interviewed as consistently as he is nice. If ESPN's good at their job here, ask him about last night's finish. Like, at some point, ask him about last night because on socials, he shared the sentiment that some of the fans had about last night's finish. Yeah, that DC atmosphere is fantastic. Yeah, DC's atmosphere and that fan base. So I mentioned in the first half that they built this fan base at the perfect time in DC in 2020 and 2023 when the Commanders weren't that good, so they really latched on to a DC team that was really good. Obviously, the Commanders are now a better team, but DC still has that strong fan base. But yeah, second half underway here soon. Yeah, that atmosphere, man, it's just good. DC is one of those stadiums, one of those atmospheres that I want to experience firsthand. Same with St. Louis. I'm just not sure when that'll happen. But yeah, second half underway here soon. Just waiting for the kickoff. Second half underway here soon. Yeah, again, DC gets ball to begin the half, so waiting for Houston to send this one down. Matt McCrane, 2 4-point field goals on the year. It's just good to see. Yeah. Second half kickoff underway here soon. Teams are lining up. I'm curious what Houston's gonna do offensively here. Because through one half of play, I mean, Paolo just has not done enough. But at the same time, like Castronova signed on Wednesday. I doubt he knows the offense too well. But yep, we shall see. All right. Kickoff teams are lined up. Houston set to send this one down as the second half from DC is underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 8. Face up past the 20, past the 25, past the 30. Breaking off one tackle, gets down to about the 35. Not much else to go for there. So out comes Jordan Teamu in this offense once again, up by 28. Can they keep their foot on the gas and just really start to put this game away, even more than it already is? So first and 10. Teamu under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on their own 35. Teamu, play action looking to throw, rolling right. Has some time, a pass right side, high and incomplete. All right. If Houston's going to come back in this, which is unlikely, but you never know, they're going to need their defense to force some turnovers and get them even better starting field position or even just score themselves. Because the offense is in a pickle. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his right. There's movement up front. Tiamu looks to throw past deep left side, and that's going to be intercepted by Houston. There is a penalty down, though. Probably going to be, I think it's a free play. Intercepted return pass to 40-35 and brought down around the DC 34. This would be the exact play Houston needs, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be offsides against Houston to call. Yep, offsides against Houston. So 2nd and 5 coming up. Yeah, I'm trying to take advantage of the free play. Instead, it's just 2nd and 5. So Tiamu in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side, ball on their own 40. Tiamu making some adjustments. Going to look to throw, quick pass right side, a bit off the mark and incomplete. Looking along that sideline for Braylon Sanders. 3rd and 5 coming up. 14 minutes to play in the 3rd and counting. Tiamu under center, back behind him. 2 receivers to each side. They need the 45. Tiamu, play action looking to throw. Pass back left side, caught by Valladay. Has space for the first. Hurdling his way to midfield. Xavier Valladay. Solid pickup of 10 to move the chains for DC. He hurdled 2 defenders there. Wasn't a clean hurdle, but a hurdle nonetheless. Alright, 1st and 10 from midfield. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Houston getting a late substitution on here. And there's some miscommunication from that defense where to line up. Handoff left side. And that's going to be a gain of about 2. There is a penalty. Probably going to be 12 men on the field for Houston here. As no idea what Houston was doing defensively. Trying to line up there. Yeah, too many men on the field for Houston. So 5 yards, 1st and 5 coming up for DC. Just a mess. Continuing to be a mess. So 1st and 5. Tiamu under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna play action and look to throw. Tiamu with plenty of time in the pocket. Pass over the middle is tipped and incomplete. Alright, don't hate it. Alright, now there's a penalty as well. What is it? This is against Houston, man. I don't know what to tell you for this game. Was looking for Ty Scott over the middle. Let's see. No, that's some good defense. Are they really saying that's a penalty? Yeah, saying DPI against Houston, against Quinton Newsome. I do not agree with that at all. So now ball on the Houston 40. Tiamu in shotgun, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off right side for Abram Smith. Cuts up for a gain of a yard. Not much else. So 2nd and 9 coming up. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. An extra lineman in the game here for DC. As Teamu gonna hand this off up the middle, and that gets stuffed at the line for no gain. There is a penalty down as well. Ton of penalties on this opening drive of the half. Let's see what this one is. Illegal formation against DC. Gonna push them back some. Gonna push them back some. $11:20 to go in the third. Teamu and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side, making some adjustments. Teamu looking to throw. Has some time. Pass right side is going to be caught. Not enough for the first, but gets to the 36 to make it a 3rd and 6. Ty Scott on the grab. Good catch through some contact. Makes it a 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6 for DC. Teamu and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left looking to throw. Has some time. Pass right side. Gonna be incomplete. And there's a penalty. Looking for Ty Scott. If they call this DPI, I have no idea what to say for Houston in this game. They call that DPI. I need a replay on that. I'm not sure if that's. I guess the idea is he didn't let Ty Scott go back to the ball to try and catch that, but I mean, I think also is the fact he didn't turn his head. But I don't know. That's another like really type of penalties. Or maybe just the refs getting back Houston from Birmingham's all those penalties last week. Teamu and shotgun back to his right. 1st and goal from the 10. Hand off up the middle, trying to bounce it out right side now is Xavier Valade. Is tripped up for a gain of 2. This opening drive for DC has not been great. But also, it feels like they're getting saved a tiny bit on this as well. It's rough. It's not looking good. So 2nd and goal, Teamu and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on roughly the 8-yard line. Teamu to throw. Has time. Still plenty of time in the pocket. Pass left side for the end zone is incomplete. Nearly picked off. Looking for Cornell Powell along that left side. It's Roman Perardi on the pass breakup. Perodi on the pass breakup. And now 3rd and goal. I mean, they're killing time on this drive, which is good. But it's still been one of those like weird drives for them to have. Teamu and shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and goal, going to look to throw. Teamu, pressure coming, rolling right and sacked. Back at the 20. Malik Fisher on the sack. And the Houston defense ends up holding strong. I mean, as strong as they can on the opening drive of the half. Now it'll be down to the offense. As they hold DC to a field goal try. Field goal is up and good from 38 yards out. It's a 31-point lead for the defenders now. With 8:19 to play in the third. All right. We get to see Houston's offense once again. But we shall see. At commercial break after the opening drive, 31-point lead for DC. We shall see. At commercial break, waiting for Houston's first drive of the half. At commercial break. I'm hoping Houston can just have an offensive drive to build off of, because they have yet to really do that in this game. I mean, it's an offense that just has been sluggish and rough to watch. The defense has tried their best, but they can only do so much when the offense is barely getting past the midfield consistently. So we'll see. We will see. Should be coming back from commercial break here soon. Again, tomorrow got a doubleheader. Columbus travels to Dallas at noon EST, and then Birmingham is in St. Louis to wrap up Week 3. I'm really excited for that St. Louis Birmingham game, and hopefully both of the games tomorrow are a bit more competitive than this one. Especially looking at Dallas Columbus, that game could be very ugly as well, but we'll see. Just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, this game has gotten ugly. $8:19 to play in the third. DC lined up to send this one down. Matt McCrane on for the kickoff. Going to be returned beginning from the 15. Spaced out past the 25, past the 30, 35, past the 40. Gonna fight his way past the 45 and brought down near the 47. Really good return for Houston. Can the offense build with it, though? And now the question will also be answered. Who's the quarterback for the second half for Houston? It's still Tagovailoa. That honestly makes a lot of sense because Castronova arrived on Wednesday. So, yeah. They're going to be stuck with Tagovailoa for the week. He's in shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, ball on their own 47. Tagovailoa looking to throw. Dump off left side, going to be caught with space up past midfield and out of bounds around the 45 of DC. Marcus Major on the reception. And they got something going to begin the drive. Now just keep building with it. So 2nd and 4 coming up. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Jalen White. And that gets stuffed at the line for no gain. 3rd and 4 coming up. So 3rd and 4 for Houston. Tagovailoa alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. If they get the first down, Houston will officially crack 100 yards of offense in this game. Tagovailoa to throw. Quick pass left side. Caught for the first. Pass to 40 and gets out of bounds around the 36. Justin Hall on the grab. And DC has finally crossed the 100 yards of offense mark for the game. It took them halfway into the third quarter, but they did it. So Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. And there's a penalty before the snap. Going to be a false start against Houston. So a 1st and 15 coming up. Still just rough looks all around. All right, Tagovailoa in shotgun. Back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Ball now on the DC 41. Play action looking to throw. Pass right side, caught with space. Pass to 25 to 20 and brought down near the 17. Finally, Houston is inside the red zone for the first time this game. I believe that was Justin Hall on the reception. 1st and 10, 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Tagovailoa in shotgun, gonna hand this off up the middle. That is Jalen White for a gain of maybe a yard. All right, but the offense has found some kind of rhythm in this. So 2nd and 8, ruled it a gain of 2. Tagovailoa alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. DC playing off coverage along that left side. Tagovailoa looking to throw. Rolling out to the right instantly. Buying some time, pass right side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Lawrence Keys. So 3rd and 8 coming up. DC was playing about 7-8 yards off the line of scrimmage on that left side. Kind of shocked you don't just go quick to that side and try and get something out of it. So 3rd and 8. Tagovailoa quick pass left side, going to be caught. Rick making people miss, getting down to about the 11 is Justin Hall. There is a penalty down as well. Would not be enough for the first if the play stands as is. It's offsides against DC. So we're gonna add 5 to the initial spot. So 3rd and 3 coming up for Houston to keep the drive alive for at least 1 more play. Well, 2 more plays. You're down by 31. You're gonna have to go for it after this. The question is, if you do end up finding the end zone somehow, eventually, what is the do you just kick the extra point? Do you go for 2? Do you go for 3? Either way, this is a 4-possession game as it sits. So you're going to need your defense to make a few stands. Tagovailoa in shotgun. ESPN doing a bad job with the camera stuff there. Is a handoff up the middle going to get 5? Enough for the first up to the 6. But their camera crew for that play was on something. 1st and goal coming up for Houston. So 1st and goal. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Tagovailoa, play action, pass over the middle. Caught! Justin Hall! Touchdown to Houston! Finally, this offense does something. Just about 4 minutes to play in the quarter. And this Houston offense has a drive. Finally. Jeez, it took them long enough. But Tualia Tagovailoa has the passing touchdown in the UFL. And they're just going to go for the extra point. All right. They make this a 3-possession game. Okay, it's going to take a miracle. But that's one way to start a potential comeback. Extra point is up, and it is good. About damn time. About time. We head to a commercial break with 3:56 to play in the quarter. So we're at commercial break. All right, finally Houston broke through. It's not going to be enough to spark something in this team. They've come close with forcing a few turnovers in this game. They already picked off Tiamu once. Can they just keep it up is the question. Can they just keep it up? We'll see. Gonna start with the defense. It's a one play at a time mentality for Houston right now. You're not gonna be able to come back all in one play. You need to slowly build towards it. But we shall see. Should be out of this commercial break here soon. We shall see. Still at commercial break. At commercial break. Yeah, it always feels like ESPN's commercials are a bit long. But ideally, this is the last one before the fourth quarter, so never know. Just coming back from commercial break, waiting for Houston to send this one away. That was Houston's first passing touchdown of the season. Holy yeah. Because Deckers had a rushing touchdown in week 1. They had a kickoff return touchdown in week 1. And then their one touchdown last week was a Jalen White touchdown run. Gee, okay, Houston, we need to talk. Yeah, it was a much better drive, but too little too late, potentially. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 8. Fades up past the 20, 25, past the 30, past the 35, and brought down right around the 38, maybe 39. So DC will start from there. Now it comes Jordan Teamu. All right. First and 10. Teamu in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Man in motion left to right. Ball on their own 39-yard line. Teamu. And there's going to be a whistle before the snap. What's called delay of game against DC here. First and 15 coming up. And 1st and 15. Jamu shotgun back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. 1st and 15 from their own 34. Hand off the right side for Deion Jackson, and that's going to find space. Past the 40 to about the 41. They pick up 7 on the carry. Going to make it 2nd and 8. All right, this DC ground game has just been solid and consistent. I like it. As they go up tempo, Tiamu shotgun. Quick pass right side. Going to be incomplete. Dropped along that right side by Ty Scott. Would have been a gain of roughly 6. But a 3rd and 8 coming up. And Fred Cass, not happy about that drop at all. He instantly slammed the desk. That's the bit about the look into the coaches that I like, is to just see their reaction to plays. But yeah, like some of it is just doesn't feel necessary sometimes. Down shotgun back to his right. Play action looking to throw in 3rd and 8. Pressure coming, rolling left. And gonna be sacked. Back at the 27. Okay. Okay, Houston. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Is the comeback in order? They're down by 24. But I mean, that's a good 3 and out force. You can get the ball back with time left in the 3rd. I mean, you never know. You never know. If only that was a fumble, it would have been like a more like definitive stay for it. Punt comes off clean. A great punt, returned back at the 10. Fades up past the 15, past the 20. Breaks off 1 tackle, gonna be brought down near the 24. That is a fantastic punt. I believe it's still Paxton Brooks. Yeah, Paxton Brooks on the punt there. Beautiful punt. Gonna pin Houston back inside their own 30 here. And now we see this Houston offense once again. So 1st and 10, Tagovailoa in shotgun. Play action, dump off left side. Gonna be a gain of about 7 or so on the dump off. Could have been more, but the tight end slipped upon catching that. It was Armani Rogers on the grab. And Houston's going quick. 2nd and 2. Tagovailoa in shotgun. Back to his right. 2 receivers to each side after the gain of 8. Looking to throw. Has some time. Dump off over the middle. Going to be caught. Makes one man miss. And that's Jalen White down to about the 38-yard line. Another solid pickup. And they're still going up tempo. They're still going quick with it offensively here. Tagovailoa in shotgun. And now there is a stoppage with 1:24 to play in the quarter for a brief injury timeout here, as there's a DC player that was slow to get up afterwards. Now jogging off the field. All right, 1st and 10. Yeah, that forcing Houston to kind of calm down a bit there might help out this DC defense. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Ball on their own 39. Looking to throw. Pass left side, going to be incomplete. Going back shoulder for Jontre Kirkland. 2nd and 10 coming up. That's one where I think Kirkland has like half a step on his man. You probably want to try leading that down the field a bit, but it would have been a tough completion either way. As Garyon Conley is hobbled after the play, the defender who had a pick 6 earlier on in this game, now he's tying his shoe. We'll see. Tagovailoa handoff up the middle, and there's space. Past midfield down to about the DC 45 for Marcus Yarns. All right, Houston's offense finding a rhythm to themselves now. 1 more play is needed before the end of the 3rd quarter. a good blocking up front, and he had space there. If he didn't slip, he might have been able to break something deeper. Tagovailoa looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pressure coming, dancing in the pocket, trying to buy some time. Now rolling right, still looking. Pass right side, going to be just off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Justin Hall. 2nd and 10 coming up. 22 seconds to play in the third. Maybe they can get one more playoff here before the half. Now 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right to get the snap off in time. Tagovailoa, pass right side is near no one. There is a penalty down now as well. But that was not sure what he was looking at there. Has to be some kind of miscommunication. Alright, what's this penalty going to be? Refs are discussing. All right, they pick up the penalty. So it'll be 3rd and 10 for Houston. When we get back from commercial break, as that's the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain. DC leads by 24 in what has been a just dominant showing from this Defenders team on their home opener. We'll see if Houston can muster up some kind of a comeback with 15 minutes to go. But we shall see. First, a commercial break. First, a commercial break. All right, at commercial break. At commercial break for the end of the third. It's 3rd and 10 for Houston when we get back. They had something building on that drive, but then the back-to-back incompletions, making things rough. They're in a spot where they have to go for it on 4th. You can't settle for points here, so you want to get at least 5 on 3rd down, but we'll see what they can manage. But yep, at commercial break. Should be coming back from it here soon. For the start of the 4th. We shall see. At commercial break. All right, just getting back. They're highlighting the beer snake now. Which how far up the stands is it? It seems to be about halfway up that standing room only section. Maybe a little more. Either way, it's great. Yeah, that's a long one. They've done a good job with it. And yeah, there's the DC mascot that was announced this year. It is a snake, which is just fitting. We're about to interview people for this one. Yeah, the energy in that stadium is fantastic. I love it. This is, yeah, the energy at the stadium is I love DC's fans. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left. Two receiving options to each side. And there is a penalty before the snap. Going to be against Houston, pushing them back 5. So now a 3rd and 15 for the Gamblers. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, it's great. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right, looking to throw, and there's another penalty before the snap. It's a false start against Houston. Now it's a 3rd and 20 for the Gamblers. Yeah, they're 25 rows up there. Got it. The thing that's so fun about the DC beer snake is just how massive it can get, and that's how much money it brings to the league. Quick pass over the middle on 3rd and 20, going to be incomplete. So 3rd down stand, now a 4th and long for Houston. And they have to go for it. Yeah, that is beautiful. All right, 4th and 20. Tagovailoa in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, looking to throw. Quick pass left side, going to be caught, but only gets about 10. Nowhere near enough for the first. It's a turnover on downs. And that's, I mean, if this game wasn't already on ice, that's going to do it. $14:26 to go in the game. First and 10 for DC. Ball on their own 45. Yamu in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Play action, pass over the middle. Going to be caught by Braylon Sanders. Up past the 40 to about the 37. And they go hurry up. Tiamu in shotgun, going to keep it himself left side on the read option. Base past the 30, 25, and out of bounds around the 21. All right, I like the up-tempo nature of DC right now. They're doing solid with it. Yeah, that's the attendance numbers have to be good for the stadium tonight. It's just, it feels good. Yeah, one of the better atmospheres in the league. Yamu in shotgun, gonna hand this off left side for Abram Smith. Good blocking to get inside the 15 and brought down around the 13. Gonna be a gain of 9, so 2nd and 1 coming up. Yeah, the thing with these type of blowouts is it just gets to a point where it's like, okay, how do you try to just run the clock as much as you can? Yamu in shotgun, gonna hand this off up the middle. Now trying to keep it himself, actually. Gonna lose 2 as there was instant penetration from that Houston defensive line. They got in there quick. Makes it a 3rd and 3 or so. So 3rd and 3. Keamu and shotgun back to his right. And there's movement up front before the snap. We'll see who they call this on. Going to be a false start against DC. So a 3rd and 8 coming up. All right. It's something. 3rd and 8. Yeah, that's you have a wave going on as well. That's cool. DC just knows how to fill out that stadium. Keamu and shotgun looking to throw in 3rd and 8. Pass left side, gonna be caught. And he is in. Touchdown DC. It's Brilly Moore. His 2nd of the game. First receiving. And it's back to a 30-point DC lead. That's a great catch from Brilly Moore, man. Holy. This DC team. I mean, how do I not put them number 1 next week on the rankings? Columbus, we need to have an absolute stinker of a performance against Columbus. Or not. I think Dallas, we need an absolute boat racing of Columbus tomorrow for me to not put DC at 1. Because, man, this team is just, it's everything. They're doing well. The extra point is up, and it is good. Man. At commercial break now. At commercial break. Man, this game has just been. I'm not even sure if Nolan Henderson or Hunter Deckers makes this game more competitive. DC is just performing that well offensively. Like, they're just performing that well. Yep, at commercial break. At commercial break. This game is just you can only do so much with a game like this, especially during the commercials. It's man. And DC plays St. Louis next week. Oh, that's gonna be great. Oh, that rematch is gonna be great. Houston plays Louisville on Thursday. That should be interesting. That game should be competitive to a degree. And then, yeah, Columbus and Dallas is the Friday game. Which that's I don't know. Week 4 might be interesting to a degree, though it does suck that Birmingham and Orlando is at the time it is. And I might be able to go live with it. I'm not sure. I'll find out more as we get closer. If I can realistically sneak that game into my schedule, I will. Because that should be a fun one. Plus, it's the home opener for Birmingham, so you never know. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 15. Spaced up past the 30, past the 35, past the 40, 45, 50. Still going past the 45 and finally brought down near the DC 41. Great return for Houston. Gonna give them a tiny bit of life here, but still not that much. All right. First and 10 for Houston. Yeah, really more. One reception was a 20-yard touchdown. One carry was a 24-yard touchdown. Tagovailoa looking to throw. Pass back over the middle. Gonna be gain of about 6 or so. Just about 12 minutes to play in the game. Yeah, this game has just been something. Tagovailoa handoff right side. Going to be stuffed at the line for no gain. So a third and roughly 3 coming up. Third and 3. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Handoff up the middle. Gonna be enough for the first. A gain of roughly 4. Alright, Jalen White on the carry. Able to keep the drive alive a bit, but yeah, clock continuing to wind. So first and 10. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Pass right side, back shoulder, incomplete. Looking for Lawrence Keys. Second and 10 coming up. All right. Second and 10. 10 and a half to go in the game. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Pressure comes quick, and Tagovailoa is sacked. Back near the 43. It's a third and long coming up for Houston. It's Gabriel Taylor on the sack. On that corner blitz. Love to see it. And it's a third and long coming up. Third and 21. Tagovailoa looking to throw, trying to step up, but pressure comes in quick, and he is sacked once again. Derek Roberson on the sack, and now it is a 4th and about 28 for the Gamblers offense, and they have to go for it as they've passed midfield. It's a 4th and 27. And yeah, this game is just ugly. But it's ugly, but it's a great home opener for DC. Like, it is a great home opener. Quick pass over the middle for Tagovailoa, caught by Cam Sutton. Gets up to the 40, nowhere near enough for the first. So they turn it over on downs. 9-10 to play in the game. And yeah, at this point, with just about 9 minutes to go, a 31-point game, I am willing to. I'm willing to. This game's chalked up. At this point, it's just seeing how much more DC can pile it on. It's kind of been that way since halftime. Yeah, this DC team is just too good. Tiamu shotgun back to his left, two receivers to each side. Going to play action and quick pass left side. Call with space up past midfield. Yeah, up past midfield to the 49. I said that a bit too early there, but it ended up working nonetheless. It's a gain of 11 on first down. Eric Ezukanma on the grab. And clock will start to run. I imagine they're just going to kill as much as they can on this drive. So 1st and 10. Tiamu shotgun back to his right. Three receivers to the right as well. Tiamu going to hand this off left side for Valaday, and that's going to lose a few. Maybe a loss of like 4. Not much else going. So 2nd and long coming up. Yeah, 2nd and 14. All right. I mean, it would be funny if Houston goes 5-5 and only wins their home games, because then it would legit be house always wins when the gamblers are playing. Tiamu looking to throw in 2nd and 14, dump off over the middle, caught past midfield, gonna work his way past the 45 and down to about the 43. Is Xavier Valaday on the reception? He is banged up afterwards though. So clock will stop at 7:34 to play in the game. All right, he's up. Heading off to the field on his own power. Good to see. 3rd and 4 coming up. And actually a commercial break first. Okay. At commercial break. Yeah, this game is something. Definitely not the game that they were hoping for after how last night went. But hey, we still get double headers tomorrow, so you never know. You never know how week 3 is truly going to wrap up. At least not yet. All right, but at commercial break. All right, at commercial break. So at commercial break still. All right, just getting back from commercial break. 7.5 to go in the game. DC trying to truly put this one away and kill as much time as they can. Gotta say, that does look like a good burger. Alright, just back from commercial break. Tiamu and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 4. Man in motion left to right. Tiamu looking to throw. Pass right side. Caught for the first. It's a gain of 4 exactly for Ty Scott. They keep the drive alive. Most importantly, they keep the clock running. Tiamu and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 1st and 10 from the Houston 39. Handoff up the middle for Abram Smith. Going to be a gain of roughly 4. And the clock just keeps rolling. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Tiamu and shotgun back to his left. Tight end in the backfield to his left as well. Going to play action and pass this left side for Mason Fairchild. Has space for the first inside the 25 and fighting his way to the 20. 6 minutes to play in the game and counting. Curious how much time DC is going to be able to kill off here before we see Houston's offense again. Alright, 1st and 10. Tiamu and shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Get the snap off in time as Tiamu play action looking to throw. Pass deep right side for the end zone is a throwaway, incomplete. 5:20 to play in the game. Clock will start to be running again here soon. Second and 10 coming up. Tiamu and shotgun. Back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball in the Houston 20. And there is a penalty before the snap. Going to be against Houston, I assume. Trying to jump the snap. Did it way too soon. So it's going to be a 2nd and 5 coming up for DC from the 15. Just under 5 minutes to go in the game. Second and 5 coming up. Tiamu and shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Ball on the Houston 15. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Abram Smith. Has space. The 5 and in. Touchdown DC. They just keep piling it on Houston here. Just jeez, this game. 15-yard touchdown run for Abram Smith and DC. Back-to-back weeks of 40-plus point performances from this offense. After a really bad game in week 1 from this offense, they have just gone belt to ass against Columbus and Houston. And they get a rematch next week against St. Louis. I mean, DC has a perfect opportunity to begin this year after the first month of play to be in exactly the spot they want to be. Extra point is up and good. 4:36 to play in the game. That was just too easy. DC is making this look too easy, man. Come on. I was expecting a fight in this game, but nah. Houston can't do anything. As yeah, they're slowly with under 5 minutes of play in the game. The beer snake has come down, and man, was it glorious! All right, 4:36 to play in this one. Oh, Rapoli did get asked about the end of last night's game. Hold on, I gotta listen to this. All right, kickoff going to be returned beginning from the 5. Based up past the 10, 15, 20, past the 25, past the 30, past the 35, and brought down around the 36. All right, Tagovailoa in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Quick pass left side caught by Kirkland. Space up past the 40 and out of bounds around the 43. Yes, before this game started, Mike Rapoli was asked about the finish to Orlando-Louisville last night. And he did say that they're going to take a look at that rule and see, what can be changed with it. And there definitely needs to be a workaround with that. The easiest thing is make it so it's 2 penalties on the same conversion attempt. Simple as that. Tagovailoa quick pass right side going to be caught on the receiver screen for no gain. Justin Hall on the reception this time. Because a game like that should not end that way. So I again take a look at the rule. Make it so 2 consecutive penalties will give a conversion try good. Make it so that they need to be on the same conversion attempt, not one on like 2 separate conversion attempts and there's penalties there. That's a simple way to fix it. You can still keep it, but just adjust it to where it makes more sense. Tagovailoa in shotgun, 3rd and 3, looking to throw once again. Pressure coming, trying to buy some time. Escape, stepping up, pass left side, wide open. The 30, 25, 20, the 15, 10, 5, and Justin Hall is in. Houston finds the end zone for the 2nd time this game, a little too late. But at least it is something for this offense to be able to write home about. A 56-yard touchdown grab from Tagovailoa to Justin Hall. That is 1 letter away from being No, if I realized that was Justin Hall sooner, I would have gone, he got Hall. Just that was 1 letter away from Tagovailoa to Hill, and that would have been. Is there anyone in the UFL this year with the last name of Hill? Alright, out comes the field goal unit. Again, it's something from this offense, but yeah, too little too late. No shot DC's challenging this, right? No shot. DC is challenging that there should have been holding. Insult to injury. DC is challenging that it should have been Holden against Houston there. Yeah, that's Holden. God damn. That's just Holden. Yeah, it's Holden. So DC will win the challenge. The touchdown comes off the board. Insult to injury for Houston. Yeah, it's DC wins the challenge. So it's gonna be a 3rd and 13. I need to hear the broadcasters now. Hold on. That is just insult to injury. But yeah, like it's a clear Holden. That's just insult to injury. Man, Houston had something there to build off of. That's such an insult to injury for this game. DC is up by damn near 30. They're up by 28. No. They're up by damn near. They're up by 38. And they're like, screw. Let's just throw the challenge. Oh, just insult to injury for this game. That's funny. All right, so 3rd and 13 for Houston. .323 to play in the game. Just insult to injury. Again, tomorrow, doubleheader, beginning at noon EST, with Dallas taking on Columbus and ending with Birmingham at St. Louis. I'll be live with both of those games. Either it's gonna be one long 6+ hour stream, or it's gonna be just 2 back-to-back ones. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna organize that. Or now, what is Houston doing here? Hold on. Refs are discussing with the Houston coach. They're figuring out field position. Either way, it's a 3rd and long. You're trying to figure out where to spot this ball in. All right, Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. 3rd and about 12. Tagovailoa looking to throw, rolling left. Passing left, gonna be incomplete. Nearly picked off by Gabriel Taylor. 4th and 12 coming up. I imagine they just punt this one away. And then DC will kill the rest of the clock from there. But man, this game is something else. It's a rough one. All right, 4th and 12, and there is a penalty down. Delay of game for Houston as the offense is on the field. Now 4th and about 17 as they're just going for it. Don't blame them. All right, 4th and 17. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Pressure coming, trying to roll right. Just gonna loft this one off the back foot, and incomplete. Is a turnover on downs. Now Houston has 2 minutes and 41 seconds to kill before they win their home opener. Yeah, it's just, this game was, from the jump, this game wasn't competitive, which is insane. The game started with Houston going 3 and out, and DC having a 2-play touchdown drive. Like, this game just wasn't close. And it sucks for Houston. Houston had so much momentum after their win last week. And they lose both quarterbacks and fall completely flat. Oh, as we have a backup in for Houston for DC now. Mike DeLeo in at quarterback. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Valladay. Bouncing now left side, gonna be a gain of 3. Yeah, they're going to backup now. He was also on this team. Again, the thing with DC is they kept their entire QB room from last year. 2nd and 7. As actually they're gonna be able to get this down to 2-minute warning. Where are they chanting? The chanting, we want 50. Trying to score once more, but first the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes of play in this one. All right, that's commercial break. At commercial break with a 2-minute warning. All right, just over 12,000 people is the official attendance number for the home opener. And hey, it's a very loud 12,000. It does look good on the field. DC always knows how to show up. DC knows how to show up. But at commercial break, waiting for the final 2 minutes. Two minutes to play. Two minutes left until the home opener in DC is a wrap. It's just been DC being DC. Just pure dominant showing. All right, just back from commercial break. 2nd and 7 for DC. As the fans want 50 points, see if DC will give it to them. All right. DeLeo in shotgun. Back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball into Houston 25. DeLeo going to hand this off up. No, going to keep it himself left side on the read option. Gain of 2 or so. They'll let the clock run. They can get this down to just under a minute before having to kick the field goal. And then from there, who knows what they'll do. Third and 6. Yeah, they're letting this clock run. DeLeo in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. A minute 20 to play. Play clock winding down. They're not going to get that snap off in time. That's a delay of game against the defenders. 3rd and 11 coming up. Delay of game. Third and 11 coming up. DeLeo in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle. And that is Valade up to about the 24. Yeah, they can get this clock down to, 40 seconds or so? Never mind, there's a stoppage with 1:07 to play. No shot, there's Houston player down. Injury in garbage time, that sucks. It's Jared Clark, the injured gambler. So the clock will stop. Houston will have to burn a timeout. For the injury timeout. Alright. Yeah, still a really damn good win for DC. Back-to-back 40-point games. A defense that definitely looked better this week. Didn't give up as much in garbage time, but a team that just went out there and was clearly the better team from the jump. Just clearly the better team. All right, 4th and 6. The offense is on the field. DeLeo in shotgun, back to his left. Going to hand this off up the middle. Abram Smith is brought down for a loss of 1. So they turn it over on downs. A minute to play. We'll see. I assume Houston's just going to need this one out. But yeah, really good showing for DC on all parts. Special teams, offense, defense, the fans, and that atmosphere at that stadium. A really good showing. We got 2 more games in week 3 tomorrow. One at noon, one at 3 EST. It's Dallas taking on Columbus for the first of their back-to-backs that they're going to have with them. And then it is St. Louis taking on Birmingham in what's probably the game of the week. Should be a great one. Tagovailoa in shotgun, looking to throw in first down. Has some time. Dump off over the middle. Going to be caught for a first. Gets up past the 35 to about the 37. Clock will stop briefly, and then it was a first down pickup. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw once again. 50 seconds remaining in the game. Trying to step up, but sacked. 1 more play at minimum is needed before this game can officially wrap. But man. All right, Tagovailoa in shotgun. Final play of the game. Looking to throw. Rolling right. Buying some time. Gonna take it himself, gets past the 35 to 40, gets out of bounds around the 44. It's actually probably gonna be one more play here. As now Tagovailoa is a bit banged up for Houston. Oh my god, they're gonna have 4 quarterbacks. They're gonna have 3 quarterbacks injured, aren't they? I feel so bad for Houston, man. 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Dump off over the middle is batted at the line and incomplete. We're just extending this game for no reason. 11 seconds to play. Clock stops due to the incompletion. Tagovailoa in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw in 4th and 3. Has some time, dump off over the middle is dropped. Turnover on downs. 6 seconds remain. So DC will be the ones to kneel this one out. All they gotta do is just one more knee down. But a damn good win for DC. In a game that was, again, rough, but DC don't care how rough the game is to watch. They just care that they dominated this one. And looked really good doing so. Alright. The final play. There's the kneel down. The DC defenders win the home opener by a wide margin. This game was never particularly close. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Won't hold this one too much longer. Again, tomorrow a doubleheader between first game is Dallas and Columbus at noon EST. Second game is St. Louis versus Birmingham at 3 p.m. EST. Both St. Louis Birmingham should be a good game. Not too sure about Columbus Dallas. We'll figure out that one when that goes. Appreciate everyone tuning in and sticking around for this ugly, ugly game. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.